Hello, this is Sean Copeland, Chairman and CEO of Regent Bank, and I'm so excited to bring you a new series in Regent Elevate called Leading with Love. Now, the basis of this series is we get asked all the time, what is the secret to our growth here at Regent Bank? We've grown 35% over the last 5 years. What's the secret to our great corporate culture? What are we doing so different because we're growing 10 times our industry average? And I really believe our experience, plus 3 books that I have recently read, Love Works by Joel Manby, Good to Great by Jim Collins, and The 4 Obsessions of an Extraordinary Executive by Patrick Lencioni, all provide feedback that would lead me to this conclusion, which is great leaders lead with love. Now, there are a lot of leadership myths out there. A lot of people will tell you great leaders have to really be drivers. They have to be really tough. They have to be distant from their employees and their workers. They need to be mysterious. They need to be emotional and use fear and intimidation to get great results. I don't think any of that is true. After reading these books and thinking about our experience, what I would like to do is borrow an idea from the Love Works book and teach this series based upon 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 through 5 out of the Bible. Now, these are verses that you typically hear at weddings, but I think it's very, very applicable to leadership. And let me just read it to you, if you don't mind. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Now, the type of love that is talked about in this particular scripture is a love called agape love. Now, this is not a heart love where we become emotionally in love with someone. This is more of a deliberate love. It is a love that has to do with our mind and a love that has to do with action. It is really using love as a verb. So I want to stress here that leading with love is not an excuse for poor performance. It is not an excuse for neglecting the bottom line, and it is not an excuse with letting people get away with breaking your core values or not working in the way that you feel they should. It is none of those things, but it is a very different way of leading than leading by fear and intimidation. So over the next few weeks, we are going to go through 6 principles that I think you and I can use to begin leading with love, not only in our companies, but also in our families. And I believe you'll see the results are pretty amazing. So thank you so much for joining us. Next week, we're going to begin with the first principle, which is leading with patience. Thank you.